Hey Pepper Joe, you know I'm from Arizona and we have such a hard time growing peppers in the heat. You got any tips for us today?
I sure do. If you live in Arizona, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, Southern Cal, it's all good. Peppers will grow every state in the nation in the heat. You just have to take a few precautions. Actually, the hot weather is good in the spring and the fall. In the spring, you get a quicker head start. In the fall, you get a longer crop season. It's just those couple months in the middle, that July and August, the dog days of summer, that we have to worry about. Here's some quick tips. Get your plants off to a quick start, how you water, fertilizer, mulch, and good soil. But I'm going to come back and do each piece at a time to illustrate. Okay, get your plants off to a good start. If they have a healthy root system, as this pepper obviously does, that's a whole key. So make sure you start your peppers indoors at least 10-12 weeks before the last expected frost. Sometimes even 16 weeks. You can't be too early. If the plant gets too big, put it in a bigger container. But getting a good start where those roots go down deep is going to guarantee you that those roots are going to dig deep and get water. Now, speaking of water, when you're watering your plants, this sounds contradictory. It's almost an oxymoron. But what you want to do is not overwater your plants. You would think heat and you would think water is good. I know this is counterintuitive. Don't overwater the plants. You're better off giving your plants a good soaking every 3 days when it's not raining, and a deep soaking. Every day encourages the roots to stay at the top of the soil. And then the heat's going to impact the plant. If the roots dig deeper because of less watering, but really soaking them, they're going to be down there where there's more moisture. Very important. Water heavy, but not often. Every 2-3 days. Okay. Normally, fertilizer, you would fertilize every 2 weeks. In the dog days of summer, step it up to once a week. I like fish emulsion. You can also use Miracle Grow and many other fertilizers if you're not organic. Okay, weekly fertilizing. And then in between the fertilizing, when you're in those dog days of summer, Epsom salt spray in between that weekly fertilizing. It's also good every 2 weeks in spring and fall. 2 tablespoons of Epsom salt, 16 ounces of water. Shake it vigorous. Make sure those salt capsules are gone and they disappear and they dilute with the water, and then use that spray. These will get you through those dog days. Now, mulch, very important. Straw is good. Grass clippings are good. You want to start with a real good soil, though. See this soil? Just loaded with compost and some sand for good aeration, good water, getting right to the root source down low. But it has a lot of organic matter in here. Grass clippings, eggshells, coffee grounds, all those good kitchen scraps. So you have good soil. That's going to hold the water better and the moisture, and the roots will dig deeper. Once you have the good soil, I like a newspaper mulch. Newspaper mulch is going to keep the weeds down so they're not competing for the water and the nutrients. A newspaper mulch will allow you to keep the moisture down in the soil where it belongs. So newspaper, keep a stack of it, great garden tool. And then in this case, I'm going to just use good old-fashioned straw. The straw holds the moisture, keeps the plant cool. Look at that beautiful mulch on top of the newspaper. This is weed free. A lot of your fertilizers and a lot of your mulch is free. Eggshells are free. Coffee ground free. Go to your local breakfast place, your local restaurant. Grass clippings are certainly free, and they make a nice bed for the mulch. So these are some tips from beginning to end. No matter where you live, no matter how hot it is, keep the plants cool. And the best part of it, when you're growing in containers, take that plant and move it into a shady area during July and August. Full sun is good in the spring and the fall. The dog days of summer, those plants get hot, they get beat up from the sun, and they need a little relief, so take them to the shade. If you're using a garden or a raised bed, bring the shade to the garden by covering with a cloth. But either way, give your pepper plants some relief in the dog days of summer. Follow my other guidelines and you'll get a great crop of hot peppers. Visit pepperjoe.com.